What's good guys, and welcome to a new video. Today we're on the War Robots test server with the new robot Ammit and the new ultimate Leo. So pretty insane. This new robot is an Egyptian themed robot with its weapons. It has a decent amount of HP and it has also a very good mobility to be a tank. So this robot has a lot of things he can do. So let's take a look at that and break down every single ability he has. So he has an independent built-in weapon that shoots at enemies from a distance of 350 meter range max, that applies the slowdown effect to the enemies. It also has a frontal absorber shield, a purple one like the Batwheel, and it absorbs every type of damage. And also he also has this passive ability where he converts any incoming damage into defense points. So with each shot he gets stronger. So that's that. And also at Mark 3 he gains a 50% great damage reduction, and at Mark 2 he gains a 40% defense points bonus. So you can see there, building weapon 350 meter range, and the stats of this robot pretty insane, to be honest. Decent mobility, and the ability duration lasts for very long. So let's take a look at the weapons. Hippo, the light weapon, it has so much damage, 30,000 damage, it's crazy. But he also has a special ability where the weapon can gain up to 50% damage bonus depending on how much damage you dealt to the enemy. Something like that, very confusing to be honest, but it's a single shot burst, and the next level could do up to 50% more damage, which is crazy, considering that this damage already does Titan weapon damage. So pretty insane. And also for the mini one, 45,000 damage, pretty insane. But let's take a look at the drone, which is also a very good drone with broken abilities. It looks very cool, also Egyptian themed scales. So let's take a look at the first skill that the drone offers. When Ammit loses 50,000 damage, the drone gives him an immunity to any defense mitigation. So very broken for 7 seconds. Now he also gains 7% HP. So this drone ability can look pretty confusing, but it's just simply that when the enemy is already under the effect of the slowdown effect, the drone applies another slowdown effect, which can stack up to 80 stacks, each stack with slowing the enemy with 1 kph down, with a maximum of 80 kph. So pretty insane, to be honest. And this is gonna slow the enemy even further, making sure he won't be able to move. So next, to the last drone skill. This drone skill comes hand in hand with the previous drone skill. So for each slowdown effect that you apply onto your enemy, it gives you 0.25% damage decrease per stack. So if you apply 80 stacks of slowdown effect onto your enemy, it gives you back 80 stacks of 0.25% damage decrease, which can accumulate up to 20% damage decrease, which is insane for a robot. And also this remains for the rest of the match. You need to consider that. So it won't go away, it never goes away. So pretty insane, to be honest. So that was it for the drone. Let's take a look at the pilot. Her name is Meilan. So she gives the Ammit a taunt effect with its built-in weapon, similar to the Batwheel, where you blind all your enemies around you and you just can aim to the enemy that taunted you, so in this case the Ammit. It also gives you a 20% reduction to its weapons of the Ammit, which at the end it's a 4-second cooldown instead of a 5-second cooldown, which is insane for a single shot burst. But it gives you more shots per minute, so it's pretty insane. This pilot skill right here, it's very insane. But yeah, that was it for the Ammit. Let's take a look to the ultimate Leo with its ultimate weapons, Molotov and Tempest. So it looks pretty insane. It's just a better version of the Leo. Like every ultimate, the ultimate Leo has a better defense system and it's increased by 50%. I don't know if that's the HP or the defense points, but it can't also lose any weapons. And also he has an active ability, ultimate boost, which gives him a damage increase with a maximum of 30%. And also I'm gonna read this out loud: with its field of view, better focus on the opponent. I don't know what that means. We're gonna take a look at that in the gameplay. Let's see what that does. But it also gains a reflector and he returns 60% of the damage, which is insane. And also it blocks the damage in 30% at base level. So, and at Mark 3 he gains a 30% damage boost, a max level 50%, Mark 1. At Mark 2 he gains, the reflector can block up to 70%. And you can take a look at the stats. Also decent mobility for the ultimate Leo, and also a lot of HP. So I equipped it with the Hawkeye with the shield break on reflector, and also the pilot, which gives him quantum radar in a radius of 350 meters. So let's hop right into the gameplay. Let's see how these robots perform. I also have the second hanger with this build of the Pathfinder with the ultimate Model T. Let's see how that performs. And also the Teth with the heavy weapon, the Lyodari, its name, with the Lyodari new weapon. So let's begin with the ultimate Leo. This map is decent for the Leo. So these weapons have actually 800 meters range. So a lot of very much a long range weapon. But don't be too confident about these weapons, because the grouping of these weapons aren't that great. But they do decent damage, and also I forgot to tell you guys, they also do DOT damage, and which is also a very good thing. So in my opinion, in my eyes, these weapons aren't that powerful, like in comparison to other ultimate weapons. I mean, it's just like a better version of the old weapons. So I know they do that to every old weapon, and they aren't necessarily broken, but they are decent, to be honest. I mean, if they were an ultimate, I would really use them, but I mean, ultimate stuff just so difficult to get. But let's fire the Strix, and you see that we just killed a Strix with the DOT effect, so that's pretty good. I mean, these weapons aren't really that original, because we already have the how is it called, the Lenini weapons, and the Lenini, and what are the other calls? Well, you know what I mean, right guys? I mean, these weapons do also DOT damage. They are also like bullet wise weapons. So yeah, and as you could see there, we just killed the sword, or well, we activate the reflector, we gain the shield break from the Hawk. So I think the Hawkeye can really make a difference with the ultimate Leo. Let's jump right into the match with the Ammit. Let's see how much damage that does. The weapons have also just 350 meters range and just a single burst damage, but as you can see there, the reload is only 4 seconds, which is very good. But I did notice that these weapons have a bug or a delay. Holy, you saw that damage, right? But as I was saying, they have like a bug where the shot is delayed by 1 second or 2, so the reload doesn't make any difference. I think they already fixed that by now, but at the time of this gameplay, the bug was still active. But now we're gonna see how much damage we do to the Tet. So we already broke his force field shield, and boom, just like that, a whole Tet wiped out. These weapons are really insane, man. I mean, for a single burst weapon, they do a lot of damage, man. I mean, I'm really worried about these weapons when they are going to be released in the live server, because man, they aren't a joke. To be honest, they aren't a joke. Me personally, I underestimated these weapons because of the single burst shot, but man, no, they are really powerful. So let's activate the ability. As you can see there, the frontal absorber shield, just like a bedwear. So I have a conspiration, and I think War Robot is starting to just make robots like the Titans. We already got the Rex, that was like the copy of the Mauler, and now we got the Ammit robot, which is a literally copy of the Bedware, but just like for a robot and with a few other traits. So yeah, in my opinion, they aren't that original, but I mean, it's okay. As long as they release robots with that aren't like the exact same copy of the Titan, it's okay. Let's see what we can do here against the what is it called? The Atlas with the Void and Chasm. So let's take a look. Okay, oh, I mean, yeah, we do decent damage, but to Titans we don't really do that much of the damage, to be honest. Oh, we're already dead. Let's see. Rampage. We even got a kill before we died, so that's cool. And you can see there our defense points. So the trait that incoming damage is converted to defense points really came in handy here, because every time you shoot that robot, it just gets stronger and stronger, man. It doesn't get any weaker. So let's activate orbital support. Let's go with our own Atlas here. I'm not an Atlas player at all. I haven't played Atlas, like I have never played the Atlas, to be honest. As a free-to-play player, I have never tried the Atlas out, not even in the test server. I always run like the Mauler or something, or the Luchador, because I'm already familiar with the Luchador because I have it on my own. But if I mess this gameplay with the Atlas, please consider that. So I'm not the best, but yeah, I'm not a good player with the Atlas. But yeah, we got killed, but at least we got a kill. We lost, unfortunately. I was first though, but let's hop right into the next gameplay, and the last, of course. So let's hop in with the Teth this time, and I also keep one crumble weapon to, you know, so that the enemies can't heal. And this build is gonna be crazy and very scary, to be honest. I mean, I have played a lot of matches in the WR test server with the Teth in these weapons, and man, this is an assassin. I mean, this is a whole another level. These weapons, I do need to say that these weapons look very similar to the Shend Hedget weapons. So the weapons of the Teth, they do look very similar, but they are both Egyptian themed, so I mean, I think that's why. Let's take a look here. Our force field is down, and there are some guys that are using the boom weapons. So boom, you just saw that, right? I mean, insane damage that right there. So let's teleport to the boom guy here, very annoying guy. Just kill him. Very good. Activating orbital support. Let's go right into this enemy. Just wasted our shot, unfortunately. But the next one, boom! Oh my god, you saw that, right? Insane damage, man. I mean, holy. Even if it's a single burst shot damage, shot weapon, it's still insane, man. The damage is so crazy. I mean, 45,000 damage, medium one, 60,000 damage for the heavy one. It's just insane. So let's take a look at the Model T, Ultimate Model T with this Pathfinder. I mean, these weapons aren't that great, to be honest. I already tested them out very frequently in a lot of matches, and they don't perform as good as other weapons. Even if they are ultimate, I mean, they do perform decent, but they don't perform great as an ultimate weapon, as a new ultimate weapon, as a broken weapon. So yeah, they won't be selling that good, to be honest. The Leo, on the other hand, will be a good robot, a decent tank, decent ultimate. But yeah, let's run the Ammit for a last time. And let's take a look. All the enemies are so far behind, man. They are all back in the back, man. So let's run this. Although this robot has this mobility, it hasn't any abilities or any skills that can make him faster. He does have a specialization path, so the tank path, which gives him a whole new module, I think, which gives him, I think, 25 defense points or something like that, something similar. It ain't that great, but it's something. I would rather equip the what was it, the amplifier, the healing amplifier, which is a lot better than the 25 defense points. So yeah, we just killed that guy. I mean, it's like a one-shot kill or something, and it's pretty insane, to be honest. Let's take a look. Bjorn Titan barely took any damage, but it's okay, it's a Titan, so I noticed that the Titans don't take as much damage, but you saw that dog. I mean, just from one shot, almost boom, almost dead, man. We got an assist here. Let's see, let's shoot at that bot. Man, almost dead, almost dead. That's so crazy. The Kaji, boom, dead. It's crazy, in just a 4-second reload. I mean, it's understandable that it has a 4-second reload, but the damage is not understandable, to be honest. I mean, this thing is insanity, man. Especially for non-Titan robots and squishy robots. They will be one-shotted with this weapon. So, like, instantly, man. Instantly. And the built-in weapon damage is also pretty good. It slows down the enemy very fast. So, and it shoots very frequently as an independent weapon. Oh, battery almost up. But yeah. So let's see. Hitting at the Eiffel, because Eiffel hasn't that many defense points. Let's block our status from the battery firepower. He has the flame weapons, the Pyro and Inferno. But they are on cooldown, so we can't shoot at him for the moment. But I mean, to be honest, a Titan can melt this Ammit robot with the newer weapon, so with the Chasm and Void. He dies pretty fast with that weapon, especially with all the drone skill that gives him immunity for 7 seconds against any defense mitigation weapons. So without that, he can be killed. He's killable, but just for Titans. I mean, for normal robots, there's no chance they can kill him. No chance. You saw that we just took an entire shot from these Fulgur weapons, and we just lost half of our HP. It's just insane, man. But as you can see there, our weapons also don't do a lot of damage to Titans as well, so they are unranked against Titans. I would use the Ammit robot at the beginning of the match, so to get the most of it, to get the most value of the Ammit robot. It's a great robot. It looks pretty insane. It's like a Egyptian crocodile. But let's hop right into the Ultimate Leo for the last minutes. I don't think it's gonna make any difference, but let's activate our shield break from the drone, from the Hawkeye, and let's fire right at the what was that? An Atlas, right? But yeah, I mean, these weapons don't do a lot of damage. They also don't perform that good at long range. Not even at 600 meter range. They start to perform good in a 600 meter range and under. And the DOT effect is pretty good, but yeah, as you saw that, guys, we won first. But yeah, that was it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel, share it, leave a like, and we will see you in the next time. Bye bye.